Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's this week, all right? Here come the fireworks this weekend to celebrate life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, those are complex thoughts. When you come out to the sunset or the sunrise and take it in for a minute, you get to think about those complex thoughts. You get to get inside the right hemisphere of your brain a little bit more. This is just my around the corner from me park. But I got painted clouds, got neighbors working on stuff. You can still see the mountains off there. You can hear birds up in the trees. If I stop and think about it, still get some sunset. Almost didn't come out today. Trying to work on consistency. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You know, humans are different than monkeys. And humans are different than AI in a key way. Do you remember the story of the gorilla Koko that learned sign language? Do any of you remember that story? Koko was a gorilla who learned sign language, and it was amazing because Koko learned, I think, over 1,000 different words in sign language with the handler Penny Peterson, something like that. I thought that was amazing, and in many ways it was. But you know, the one thing Koko never did, though Koko could say many things, Koko never learned to ask a question. Never once asked a question. And that's where we're different. The essence of humanity is not knowing things and being able to answer a bunch of things, knowing how to do a bunch of things. The essence of being human is being able to ask questions, deep questions, complex questions. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are good, complex questions. Love is a complex question. The most complex question in my life is how to love my wife and how to be a good father and love my family, how to be a good friend. The complex questions. When people say they don't know why they're lonely, it's because we're spending a lot of time, the screens that we're on, the type of systems that we live in, lend themselves to being complicated questions. That's a place we want to be to solve some problems, but when we're in the left side of our brain, solving how to make a toaster, how to design a program, how to file these taxes, those are complicated questions. They have an answer, and they're in the left side of the brain. The complex questions that are deep, I'm loving these birds over here, by the way. Complex questions that are deep have us spend time with other people and have us engage in the right hemisphere of the brain, the not on the screen hemisphere of the brain. I think one of the things I love the most about the founding fathers who declared independence was that they spent lots of time reading and reading and reading. They read the Bible, lots of Bible for those guys. They read, and the Bible spends a lot of time on complex questions. the complex questions of humanity. Spent a lot of time in Shakespeare and in Locke and Montesquieu. I spent lots of time in Cicero, the Roman author, Plutarch. They knew Roman history. They knew the Roman great men, documented by Plutarch's lives. They knew Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, in the right hemisphere of the brain, complex problems. They were spending their time there, and when it came time to ask the question, is it time to leave and make our own country and not be English anymore? Is it time to make a country where opportunity exists to have a vision of life, have a pursuit of your happiness? We know it wasn't equally distributed among all Americans. Over time, it has gotten better and become more open and available. And we continue to work on it. But those men created a government. They created a framework where complex problems could be truly contemplated and beautiful lives could be pursued. Do you spend time on complex problems? Or are you surrounded by complicated problems? Just some quick thoughts tonight, while catching the very last of a sun. Clouds aren't quite as painted as I thought they'd be. I bet if I give a few more minutes, they will be. I'm going to keep that for myself. Sorry, I'm going to keep it from you. Because as I left my house to catch this sun, my wife and daughter said that they were talking about feelings. I think I got to get back to that. I'm missing a complex problem. Good night.